Welcome boys and girls. In today's video we're going to be going over the specs, features, and everything that is included with the Tozalazz 4-tire air up system. And also at the end of the video we're going to be using it for an air up test. So let's get into it. First things first, let's go over what comes in the bag and the bag itself. The bag itself is oversized, so you can easily fit other tire pressure readers or gauges or anything else in there without having any issues. So not too small of a bag, so everything can easily fit back inside of it. First thing is, comes with a hose that goes from the compressor to the 4-way valve itself. This hose is 10 feet long. So it's plenty long enough to reach anything or to go from your compressor, if you have it hard mounted, to the 4-way valve. The valve itself in here comes in its own little protective bag. Comes with a gauge, all 4 quick disconnect chucks, and a ball valve at the end. So if you want to use it as an air up or air down tool, you can easily do that. And it's all metal construction, so it should last a long time. In here we have the 4 hoses. It has, getting out the first set of hoses, 2 hoses are 10 feet long and the other 2 are 13 feet long. And on the front here, if you could see that, it has a brass quick disconnect chuck. So you just push this straight onto your valve stem and you don't have to screw it on or anything like that. Then it has a button, it says Tozalazz, for a quick disconnect to pull it off and not need to fuss with unscrewing it or anything like that. These are set to 300 PSI, or the hose is rated up to 300 PSI, so you should have no issues airing your tires to 20 to 30, 40 PSI, whatever you prefer. So that first set of hoses is 10 feet long. Then this set is 13 feet long. So it should reach up to a 180-inch wheelbase. So, your Jeep, or if you have a smaller truck or your full-size truck, this should easily reach to air up or air down. Quick disconnects, I like to put them inside themselves like that just so it stays nice and organized. And then I thought also about writing on it like 13 feet on the brass with a Sharpie, 13, 13, and then 10 and 10. So you could kind of tell the difference between the two to make airing up or airing down a lot easier. So now that I got the air compressor fully hooked up and ready to go, first thing we're gonna do is actually air down. I have the front hoses and the distribution block. What I learned is put the hoses at the top of the block, the shorter of the hoses closest to the gauge, and then put the longer hoses at the bottom. I like to just set the valve up here and then unravel the hoses and connect them to the distribution block, the air down block or air up chucks. Connect it in there. Make sure your ball valve is closed and connect it, put it in place, and then grab the other one, connect that on there also, run it to the other front tire, and they just push right on. And with the quick disconnects, then same thing for the rear. Just unravel it. And then once I have them unraveled, I like to separate them. Put it on the bottom chuck. Make sure you press them all the way in on the quick disconnects. I did not there. Run the hose all the way back to the back tire, and then do this side. Always make sure to connect it to the distribution block first, because if you connect it straight to the tire, it's just going to start airing it down, and there's nothing to catch it or stop it like the distribution block. Push it back here, connect it on the tire of the Jeep, and the gauge shows it is about, I'd say a little bit over 25 foot-pounds currently. So I'll just set this back, open it up, and we are airing down. So now that we're aired down to 5 PSI, I'm going to connect the extender to the distribution block and to the compressor. Little word of advice, have your vehicle running while you're airing up, just in case, you don't want to kill your battery and leave you stranded, or you can't get to the next camp spot, because the alternator will be giving the air compressor full power while it is running. And also with this Tozalazz 4-tire air up system, they do offer a dual compressor. So if you just want to maximize how much air is going into your tires to air up as fast as possible, I will have a link to the 4-tire air up system and the dual piston air compressor down in the description. And I also do have a review to that dual piston air compressor that I will have a link down there also. But I'm using a single piston for this setup, since it is the most common for a lot of your guys' setups if you do own a compressor. So it'll be the most comparable, so you guys can choose your buying decision using something that's the most accurate to what you possibly have. So I'm going to start the Jeep, let it idle down, get it warmed up a little bit, and then we will start airing up these 4 tires from 5 to 35 PSI. Now that I've started the Jeep and it's idled down, I'm going to turn on the air compressor. Let's time this bad boy out and see how long it takes to air up. So you guys don't have to watch 12 minutes of a tire airing up. I have significantly sped up this footage just to help with the flow of the video. So as you can see, we are all aired up from 5 to 35 PSI, and it took about 12 minutes. So not too bad airing up 4 tires at once, maybe about 3 minutes a tire, but you gotta think it's airing all 4 up at once. And 12 minutes at the end of the camping trip or on the trailhead while you're talking to all your buddies or hanging out is not bad at all. And you're just gonna be sitting there hanging out while they're all, running around from tire to tire, all 4 tires, unscrewing them, checking them, and you could just check the gauge and see that it is airing up with 0 issues. So I like this product. I think it would be a good fit for the Jeep since we're always airing down real low, and I think it'd be a great fit for the truck at the end of overlanding trips with that dual piston air compressor. We should get them 37s aired up like that and be on the road to the next camp spot or heading home. So I will have links to the 4-tire air up system, to the dual piston air compressor down in the description, along with a link to my video reviewing the dual piston air compressor. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you've gotten to this point, I really appreciate it. And comment down below, let me know if you'd pick up this system, or if you have one already, let me know about it. But I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye, you guys.